Hi, everyone. I am Gabby Martinez. I'm an account director here at PackView on our consulting team. So overall, for those who don't know what PackView is or does, we're an optimization platform, really honing in on retail expertise across multiple retailers. So from advertising and even more, able to do overall campaign management via our platform.
Great. And I'm Jennifer Lupinacci. I oversee the CPG sales team at Criteo Retail Media. For those of you who don't know, we partner closely with PackView. Criteo allows retailers, brands, 3P partners to run media programs across our retail media platform. We offer full funnel solutions such as sponsored products, on-site display, and off-site media.
Awesome. So yeah, Jen and I are here today to talk through just some overall Q4 recommendations. Holiday season is just around the corner, so knowing that this is top of mind for a lot of brands and advertisers, just wanted to go through some overall recommendations going into Q4. So Jen, to kick it off, over the past 3 years, it's been definitely very crazy to say the least, as far as the pandemic, supply chain issues, rising inflation, labor shortages, etc. How should brands be planning for this year's holiday season, given all of these outside factors that may have impacted their performance and their sales over the past few years?
Yeah, it's a great question. And even with all of that, retail media really continues to grow. If the last few years have taught us anything, it's that the retail industry and consumers are resilient. Even through the lockdowns, shipping delays, and new COVID variants, retailers and brands alike have been able to adapt and create new and innovative shopping journeys to make sure that at the end of the day, shoppers are able to receive the products they need and that are relevant to them. So this year will really be no different. It's absolutely critical, though, to not just plan early, but to start spending early. Things get really competitive as the season kicks off. It gets more hectic. And Criteo data shows that more than 50% of attributed buyers click on an ad prior to Black Friday. And budgets really need to be increased. There are 4 key factors that really call for that greater spend. And it's, the opportunity to increase ad spend throughout the quarter. We see that happen often. Increased crowding, extreme, multiple different advertisers coming to the market, increased cost, and increased shopper demand. But really, the increased spend will eventually pay off.
Awesome. So with that, what trends can brands expect to see with that during this holiday season?
Yeah, so at Criteo, we're seeing a few things. First, e-commerce and retail media growth in particular is going to continue to surge. This momentum is really predicted to continue through the next several years, resulting in continued holiday boosts and retail media becoming a $60 billion market by 2024. And in fact, eMarketer released a report this summer that predicts that this momentum will continue through the next several years, resulting in continued holiday boost. Second, the season is starting earlier, as I mentioned, and according to our data, looking at order rates from this time last year till 12/31, order rates increased 26% during Cyber 5 compared to the rest of the period. And we predict this trend will look very similar this year across categories. You can expect to see retailers continuing to try to lock purchases earlier and earlier in the season, preempting the competition. Additionally, there's going to be increasingly less focus on key dates like Black Friday and Cyber Monday. They'll still be important, but the Cyber 5 will likely look more consistent. And then lastly, it's more important than ever to make sure you're staying present in front of the shoppers as competition heats up between brands vying for the same online placement options. Criteo data offers, shows that the first page of search results accounts for 90% of sales, which is pretty incredible.
Awesome. So with all of those trends, what key takeaways do you want brands to walk away with thinking about this holiday season and planning? What are those key takeaways that are most important?
Yeah, there are some key factors, I think, this Q4 that are somewhat different than what we've seen in the past. And the first one really is to think full funnel. Looking beyond sponsored products to offsite and commerce display to ensure you're reaching targets when they're shopping throughout their journey, right? Not just looking at those shoppers that are ready to convert, but those that are considering products or looking for new brands. Making sure that you consider the KPIs that you're trying to achieve here. Sponsored ads will always have a strong performance, which on-site display may have a lower performance, but it performs strongly against typical awareness goals. And really in Q4, many brands will shift their strategy where primarily they'll focus on ROAS throughout the rest of the year, but really shift to a share of voice strategy as a KPI in Q4 because they're trying to maximize visibility across multiple channels across each retailer. And then making sure they're planning their budgets appropriately. While retail media is still, a young industry, competition is fierce. CPCs are still going to rise and more SKUs will be competing over the same, ads. But the good news is that across most categories, we see ROAS really stay steady. In a few others where it dips slightly, the massive increases in sales volume really will compensate for that decrease. And then creating and testing a test and learn budget. So a lot of brands would shy away from this, but we think it's a massive, missed opportunity. And it's because of the massive volume that comes with holiday can really offer great opportunities to learn quickly. And we're really just saying, make sure to allocate about 5 to 10% of your budget if you can to give you that new insight. And then advertising more SKUs, Criteo data really shows that the more SKUs you advertise, the better performance. And our algorithms will have more options to really pull from. So although throughout the year, we want to focus on new products or our top SKUs because of the volume increase and the shopping behaviors and traffic we see, more SKUs will give you more options throughout that shopper journey. And then last but not least, expanding your retailer set, making sure that you're getting that immediate access to sales boost, right? By expanding those campaigns to those long to mid-tail retailers is a great opportunity for you to maximize, your visibility across the retail landscape.
Awesome. Well, appreciate all these great recommendations and insights, trends for Q4. Or any other questions or tips or trick recommendations, please feel free to reach out to sales@pacu.com. And thank you for joining today.
Thank you.